Hello once again, everyone. We are here with the next episode of Jojo's Bizarre Adventure. I'm sorry, I'm not used to this. Usually, as soon as I unmute, Nana starts just immediately fangirling about something or another. Anyway, say
I
hi,
was letting you
Nana.
take your turn. Hi.
I don't plan openings for this stuff. You've seen my streams, you know that.
Yeah, I know. But you were on a roll. I wanted to let you improvise, see what you go and do.
I was never any good at improv. Anyway, hi
Oh,
to everyone who's here.
look,
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Since I
I
won't.
have a hat. It is called a Santa hat, apparently.
Yep.
So this is my first Christmas on Earth. I've never celebrated this before, nor do I know what I am doing. But
I mean, really, that's the Christmas spirit in a nutshell right there.
I have a Sprite cranberry that I just spilt on myself.
So if they start turning colors in the middle of the stream, that's normal. Don't.
Oh yeah. Don't worry about it. Sprite cranberry is apparently, according to humans, a very important part of Christmas. Like that one LeBron James. Was it LeBron James in the ad?
Maybe, I don't know.
He said it was the thirstiest time of the year, and that you're supposed to drink Sprite cranberry.
Well, I see you're acclimating to human culture very well.
It's kind of fun,
It's
even if it makes
alright.
no sense.
Yeah, you avoided getting trampled during Black Friday. That means you're better off than some people.
Yeah, true. Next year, I want to take part in what people in Japan do for Christmas. I want to have the KFC bucket for Christmas. Christmas KFC.
Delicious, delicious chicken. It's that stuff everything else tastes like.
I
So
never got
anyway,
that. Everything tastes like chicken. I never understood that.
I mean, me neither. I guess it's just, like, people always say it as a compliment, but doesn't it imply that chicken is just really boring?
Yeah. Or maybe they mean it because, like, chicken is the most palatable of meats. I mean, most people I know can eat chicken and not like a bunch of other meats, because some people are like, ugh, I don't want red meat, or I don't want fish, or I don't want to eat lamb, or the crustaceans, or whatever. But chicken's chicken. Least scary.
I mean, yes, chicken is in fact chicken. That is a true statement.
Most people don't want to eat alligator, but turns out you can.
I mean, you can eat anything. The only question is how many times.
Well, I know some restaurants sell alligator, so probably as much as you'd want.
Anyway, Jojo.
Yes, the
Yeah,
alligator segues into this.
Yes, because it's Florida, and Florida, as we all know, is basically just an alligator-shaped pile of alligators in the shape of a state. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, we're watching episodes 4 through 6 of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 6, Stone Ocean today. So, neither of us have seen this stretch of 3 episodes before, unless you've been committing mischief off stream and not telling me. Which, to be fair, does sound like you.
Oh, I am very mischievous. Don't worry about that.
But we are familiar with the manga to at least some degree. So, Nana, what are you expecting out of today's stretch of 3?
Well, I know we gotta finish up the Jungly A fight, which is it's going to be interesting. Considering how he fights, how his stand works.
He's basically just
Um,
a dude with a gun and like a radar, but like an air radar.
yeah.
Like
I mean,
Aerosmith, but without the airplane.
yeah. When I first heard of the stand, I honestly I didn't know how it was going to work. And then they started spouting all this like math at me. I still don't really know how it would work. If I understood math, maybe it would make sense. But it's still a really interesting stand. And then I know that, there's the white snake shenanigans. And then we get my beautiful, beautiful Hermes. She's going to have her moment.
Yep, that's probably the
Hermes.
bit I'm most excited for.
I love
And
Hermes.
also, I'm excited to see, like, visually, since we're going to an animated medium now, what they're going to do with what they're gonna do with White Snake's various stand shenanigans. Cause,
So,
to be delicate, this fight's
yeah.
gonna get weird.
So, I know for a fact because I've been keeping up with some of the official Jojo accounts um that work on the animation. Some parts of White Snake are in 2D, but other parts they've had to do in 3D, like CGI, because of how White Snake moves in certain bits. So I don't know if that's going to be jarring or if it's going to be smooth. We'll just have to see.
I mean, I have faith in David Pro. They've earned my trust.
Yeah, I trust them too. I trust them with my life. I don't know any of the people that work there, but I trust them with my life.
I'd follow David Productions into hell.
Exactly.
Okay, I think that's about all I had to say. If you don't have anything you want to couple on to the very end here, I think we're about ready to start.
Oh, I am not sure. I think I'm good.
Alrighty then, we will be starting episode 4 in 3, 2, 1, start.
But and
Well,
again for people who didn't watch the last stream, I'm watching it in Japanese and
and I
Meeks is
am
watching it in
watching it in
English.
English because I'm the
Yeah.
one who feels responsible for chat. And also because I like most of the cast, to be clear.
I'm just learning Japanese, so I like to hear conversations.
Last time on Jojo Ball Z.
I get excited every time I hear Jotaro talk because I love his voice so much.
Yada yada does it.
That wasn't bad.
I had to do his catchphrase because I have no confidence in my ability to actually do the voice.
I could do Jolene's
So Jolene is
yare yare dawa.
so Jolene is basically in practice just sort of wearing a bulletproof vest all the time.
Yeah.
Hi, Lunar. It's good to see ya.
Hi, Lunar.
And rip that guy.
I
R.I.P.
I don't
Bozo.
something I've never figured out. I don't know the gender of that cop. And every time I
Um,
think I do, I don't.
in the anime, in the dub at least, they're very clearly voiced by a fella, a man, a dude,
Yeah,
if in you
see,
will.
they did that in the Japanese version too, but again, that doesn't say much. Um, because, everybody in the voice acting industry can just voice whatever they want. Although, I'm pretty sure since this is a women's prison, the majority of the cops are women.
I
At
mean,
least,
you'd think that in real life. Most of the guards we have seen in the anime thus far are
that is
pretty
true.
heavily masculine coded.
Yeah.
Also, Jojo is like dying of blood loss. That seems important somehow.
He's been dying of blood loss so many times since part 3. He's fine. I don't know how many times he could die from blood loss. Jorin. Itai nanio. I'm sorry.
And
Oh,
now
yeah.
the OP.
God, I love this opening so much. Every
It is
time I watch it, I
extremely good.
see more and more things. Like on the inside of that bus, you have a little Lucky Land written on the wall.
Lucky Land, for those of you who are not aware, is Araki's company of some sort. What is it, publishing company, a production company? Something
It,
under that umbrella.
something that he owns. Yeah. Get away from
But
the
it
stove.
shows up in JoJo all the time because it's his and he doesn't have to worry about copyright.
Yeah. Stone free.
Is that it? Is that the Joe Star?
Yeah. You know what? Yeah, it is.
Yelp can't really see it on the model, but I am headbanging right now.
No, I believe you. I also have to say, I really love the part where the string creates the star, and
Yes, the Joe Star. We've been over this.
as it goes to each point, it shows like a flash from every single part. I love that a lot. Nope, there he is.
There's our boy. There's our boy. He can't see anything.
I am so surprised they let this man bring this in.
I mean, we went over this last episode. It was hidden inside of a ham. You know, people smuggle
Yeah.
hams into prison all the time.
Yeah. Also, I cannot figure out for the life of me what is wrong with his shirt that makes it do that.
So John Gallier is blind, but the sniping skill is entirely his own. That's not anything that his stand is doing. His stand just lets him, like, feel shit, like in the air. It's a bit like a redo of the end duel fight, almost. That's a thing we're going to be seeing a lot over the course of the anime. Going to be somewhat redoing, not really, but sort of spiritually redoing previous fights we've seen in previous parts.
It's like, what would you call that? An homage to them?
I guess. Is that Ndul's stand cry? Does he go, Joestar, 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 Joestar? Does he have a punch rush that we just haven't seen yet?
I do not know. Beep.
Everyone loves the Dio Brando. He's a terrific athlete.
Jolene is so smart. I love her so much.
I every time I see Manhattan Transfer, I just expect it to start just like buzzing around like a Vuvuzela or something. And dodge rain. It's probably really good at Toho.
Yeah, probably. Hi, Emporio.
That was a perfect FBI open up knock. He's probably been practicing that for a very long time.
I mean, he has nothing else to do. Emporio literally lives, like, in his own secret room. He does nothing else.
It's like being in jail when you're already in jail. Alright, you get one. You get one. Anything more than that, and I'm gonna have to call shenanigans. Them's the rules.
So, thank you. I'm not listening to you, Dad. I'm going out on my own. Fuck you, Dad.
Fuck you, Dad, I do what I want.
Emporio's great.
Jolene Cujo was a friend to children.
That's her son. Her adoptive son. We've adopted Emporio.
Even though the age difference between them can't be like more than like a decade and change at most.
Yeah, but you know that if a child is an orphan and the person that adopts them is at least a certain age, they can adopt that child because they have no other legal guardian. So, yeah. It wouldn't be a parent, but it would definitely be a legal guardian. So, yeah. Although I'm pretty sure Jolene would technically have to be 21. Although, but then there's the laws of Florida that and it changes per state.
So does this path behind the fire hydrant door count as a second secret passage? Because if it is, then Monsignor Knox and I are gonna have some words for this part.
Pretty sure that there are more secret passages in this prison than normal passages in this prison.
Well, that's bullshit.
Is it really secret anymore if everybody knows it exists? Like what becomes a secret at that point?
What's a secret is how Jojo was able to afford those pants. Look at
He's a
those
marine
things.
biologist. I don't know. Maybe he gets starfish money or something.
Yada yada does it? He said the thing. He said the thing, chat.
Do they make him say yada yada does it in the dub, or do they just make him say
God,
grief?
no. In the dub, they do in fact translate it as good grief. Or give me a break or something like that. It's not super consistent. I think it's mostly stabilized on good grief at this point.
Yeah. You're going to drown.
Aha, my diabolical plan. I will just not breathe.
Oh.
Hi, Oreo. He's got an awfully. Wait, now hold on. Write down these numbers.
I am not going to write down these numbers.
Yep, John Gallier's got some pretty good rate of fire for using a bolt action rifle. I mean, probably she is a Jojo.
Chuto. Thank you. That's a new word I've learned.
Wow, part 6 was pretty. No, wait, never mind. She's fine.
I love color change. It means we're getting serious.
It's blue, da ba dee da ba da da ba dee da ba da ba dee da ba da. This is. Fortunately, Jolene did finish middle school.
Ooh. Whoop.
That's it, he's dead now. One of my favorite, like, little
Downtown.
understated consistencies about JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is the way every JoJo is terrible at coming up with cool one-liners.
Yeah. They're just cool. They don't have to act cool. They just are.
But they keep trying,
Yeah.
and that's honestly really respectable.
On the inside, they're all just a bunch of dorks, and I love all of them.
Kinda smelly smell.
Kind of smell that smells smelly. uh, yeah, no thanks to you. You never taught her how to fight with a stand.
In fairness, it would have been difficult to teach someone who didn't have a stand to fight with a stand.
Yeah, I know.
Go, 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 go.
The moment you underestimate your enemy is the moment you get fucking narked.
I mean, that's a valid point, but like,
Ah! We get to hear Jotaro's theme.
she said the thing, the other thing, the emotional thing.
God, I love Jotaro's theme. Like the song. It's so good. Jotaro, you got a little something on your hat.
It's it's just that blue raspberry Zotz he ate earlier. It was really splashy.
Yeah, I guess so. He doesn't have the generic beard that dads have. So, because whenever dads have beards and they get food in their beards, they're like, oh, I'm saving it for later. I hate when dads do that. It's gross. I'm
God, that's
sorry.
so obnoxious. No, I feel ya.
It's like all of them seem to do that. And I don't know why. Who started it?
And Merry Christmas, you filthy animal. Hi, Nia.
I wonder if Jotaro purposely shaves so he doesn't have facial hair, or if he just it doesn't grow really great facial hair. Like, it's patchy, so he has to
Jojo
shave it all
strikes me as
off.
the sort of person who would put a lot of effort into personal grooming.
Probably. There are the little goals.
He puts a lot of effort into looking very cool, obviously.
You get here. You're right.
How? Uh,
Jangalier Janai.
er,
Oh!
Hold on. Speaking of which, I appear to be suffering from head trauma. Oh god. Hi, Nia.
Ye-
Yes, you exist. We're all very proud of you.
Wait, who are you calling Are you calling both of us bottoms, or are you calling Jolene and Jotaro bottoms? Who are you talking
Because, like,
about?
one of those answers is obviously more bullshit than the other.
Oh. Okay.
And that was the bullshit answer, to be clear. Jojo
Because
and
I was
Jolene, I
like,
believe absolutely.
yeah.
Jolene, why didn't you listen?
You can't be a bottom if you're always on top of things, right? No, that's not a good pun. I can't turn this around. No, no. The glue. I really like how this is animated though.
Yeah, it does actually look really good. It's a very striking image.
Like, if they animated this like 10 years ago, they wouldn't be able to do all this.
Bloop, bloop.
It's the glue.
She slimed me.
And it's that one meme everybody likes to post. That makes me really uncomfortable every time they do.
Why? Why?
Who are you bonking? Me or Mitsu?
Alright, what the hell did I even do this time?
I don't know. Nia
And it
said you
was
have bottom
all a
energy.
dream.
Well, I don't even what.
You know?
I'm not even gonna respond.
Yeah, Nia's just probably just completely hammered. You should probably just ignore her. Anyway, it's funny I keep finding excuse to bring this up because it's just such a fascinating look into the man's mind. In manga, in theory, and practice,
Mm.
Araki really repeatedly hammers in the idea that, like, this is not a how-to guide to make manga, it's more of a list of precepts that have worked for me. I don't think you should follow them, I think you should understand my reasoning, find out why they worked for me, and then look for your own path. But there is one exception. This is an inflexible rule. You can never do "it's all just a dream" endings. Those are always bad. And then
Always
the
hated
entire John
those.
Gallier fight was just a dream.
I mean, honestly, out of all of the "it was just a dream" things that I have seen in my entire life, this is the best done one. Because they were dreaming that they were beating him, but they weren't. And now they have to beat him again, you know? It's not like oh, everything's better now because it was just a dream kind of thing. No, no, you're still in danger.
Yeah, but the danger doesn't really make any sense anymore, you know?
I guess.
Now, seek out. Dun 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 dun. I just think it's funny
I
The
forgot how.
absolute hypocrisy on display.
Yeah, I forgot how. Like, man, that's so abrupt.
I miss Roundabout.
That's a good one. As far as JoJo like ending themes,
This one's like alright.
oh, I mean it's good. It's definitely not my like least favorite one. What? I'm trying to think of which one is my favorite. It's probably part four's ending, I Want You by Savage Garden, because I love that song a lot.
Yeah, that tracks. I think I probably feel the same way. I don't.
Uh,
I'd skip endings more often than I don't, so I don't really think about them all that often.
I managed to watch them at least like once per series because there's always new animation and
I mean,
everything.
yeah, that's about it. But like, once you've got it in your head, you just kind of file it away for later.
Yeah. You just got to be on the lookout in case they change the ending. Like they did that in part 3, they had two of them, and in part 5 they had two of them.
Yeah.
Which reminds me, when part 5 was coming out and I found out without being spoiled, because I was watching them as soon as they were coming out, and it played "Freaking You" by Jodeci. I had to pause because I thought that I wasn't hearing any. I thought that I lost my ability to hear and that I was making up the lyrics. No, no, that's what was chosen, and to this day, it's the most hilarious ending I have ever seen.
Humor. Anyway, that was episode 4. There's a bit of a zigzag,
Yeah,
and it doesn't really make all that much sense in hindsight.
it's probably because it was a two-parter. I'm not really sure about that. I mean,
I'm
hmm,
not really sure how that segues into anything.
I don't know. I just know that this one's not like it's not one of my favorite arcs. John Gallier's fight and then the how it moves into it's not my favorite. Honestly, I think my most favorite like storylines are gonna come in once Foo Fighters comes in, because
Yeah, once
Foo
we get our
Fighters
Joe Bros.
Foo Fighters is one of my favorite characters, like honestly. And then once we get into Anasui, then we've hit peak. Okay.
Now this is Jojo.
Exactly. Although I like Anasui a lot. He's my favorite because he's
Okay,
so dumb.
what's so dumb? I can't see
No,
what you're doing.
oh
We
no,
are
I
in
said,
separate buildings right now.
I
Don't
said,
don't be deceived by the tragedy of images.
I said Anasui is dumb, but you're not supposed to immersion break that. We are in the same room next to each other. Hush. Look at us.
Yeah, yeah. Of course, we obviously. I mean, look at us. We're 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 right next to a. We're a boom right there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You just hit
yeah,
me. It just
yeah.
hit me with your whole body slam me. I didn't realize we were going WWE on this. body slam me into the theater seats. Maybe I'll get a concussion.
Yeah, how can that be? You don't have a brain.
No, no, I have a brain. It's stored in the bun.
Anyway, before we start next episode, let's talk about the fact that, like, Jotaro finally looked Jolene in the eyes and said, "I trust you."
That
That,
shit hurted.
that, your Kokoro is no doubt Brokoro.
Uh-huh. It mm, it hit. It hit hard. I I know that Jotaro tries to be a good dad. Like he
But
cares, but he's so bad at being a
he
good
got the
dad.
emotional range of a fence post, and that's a bit of an
Uh-huh.
issue.
But it's the fact that he's trying, like he's doing his best. And it counts for something, you know, because all he can really do is his best. He just he likes to learn about things more than care about things, you know. But
By things, you of course mean fish.
oh yeah.
But what happened with his
Yeah.
fish?
I am pretty sure this man's favorite sea creature is a starfish. Most people want to say that it's a dolphin. No, 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 no. Have you seen how many starfish this man wears? How it's all over his stuff. In part 5, it shows his little office. Have you seen the starfishes that are in his office? This man wrote his thesis paper on a starfish. I will take this to the grave. He loves them motherfuckers.
I can't imagine him liking dolphins. You know what dolphins get up to when they're not, posing for tourists? It's fucked up,
Dolphins
bruh.
Dolphins terrify me, and the fact that they have almost human-like intelligence makes it worse to me. Um, I did like this one video where this lady, her phone fell into the ocean, and because there was a dolphin nearby and they were talking to it, the dolphin went underwater, picked up the cell phone, and handed it back to her in its little mouth. That was nice.
That's adorable.
Dolphins can be nice. And then go ee, 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 and then they jump out of the water. They can be cute
But
sometimes.
they are, let us not forget, the only species other than humans known to commit torture for fun, so.
Have octopi done that? Because I know that they also have almost human-like intelligence.
I
But
don't believe I've ever heard of that.
I know that so when I was little, my my mother slime, she would tell me a story about how there was an octopus in one of the human zoos that did not want to be in the zoo. They had taken the octopus from wherever it was living because it got injured. And it was just going to stay there until it was healed back up, until they could put it back in the wild. But it kept escaping its enclosure, and they would do absolutely anything to keep that octopus, to stay in that enclosure. And it managed to what was it? Like open a lever and then squeeze through a tiny hole just to escape. And they
I
didn't
mean,
think that the
octopi
animal
are
was smart enough to
known
do
to
that.
use tools. That's a
Yeah.
thing they do.
I once
They'll
watched an
bonk a guy
octopus.
over the head with a coconut.
Oh yeah. I once watched an octopus open a jar.
Sure, it was adorable.
It was. It really, really was. I like octopus. They're very nice. Um, but it took me the longest as a child to realize that octopus was not squid. Like squids are not octopi. Um, I don't know why it took me that long, but it did. Um, I like squid though.
I
Once
mean, I
oh,
like squid. It goes very well if you fry it.
calamari, so good. Um,
Delicious.
I once had to dissect squid for science, and when I opened my squid up, because the entirety of the head part, what looks like the head part of the squid, is actually where the eggs go. And turns out my squid was going to be a mama, but not anymore because it was dead.
Yeah,
And
that does
so
usually interfere.
there were a bunch of these little eggies in there, and I'm pretty sure I cried. Like, I think I was like, I had to have been like 9 or younger, but I think I cried because not only did I have to cut up one squid, but I ended up killing all the other baby squids that were inside of the head thing.
Tragedy of Shakespearean proportions.
And then once I stopped crying, I'm pretty sure I then like stabbed it with one of the tools because it made a fun squishy sound.
Truly, slimes are complicated creatures.
I am. I am. Yeah.
Anyway, we just retconned the entire last 2 episodes away, and now
Except
our
for the
people are melting.
you know what they didn't retcon though? The love that Jotaro feels for his daughter. That's gonna stick. That's gonna stick in Jolene's heart.
I
I
mean,
know it.
yeah, that took him like a dozen episodes to get to that with Kakyoin.
Yeah.
So, are we
Caring for a
ready to,
human being.
couldn't be me. So about ready to start episode
Wow.
5.
I was about to be offended and then I remembered that I'm not a human.
I mean, it's an easy mistake to make.
It is. It is.
Alright, we
Alright, but
about
yeah.
ready to start trucking?
I'm
Alright, I
ready.
will be hitting stone my end in 3, 2, 1. Ta-done!
Netflix
A
animated.
Netflix anime series. Canceling
Woo.
everything you actually wanted to watch. Since however long this series has been going.
Yeah. I'm actually glad that because Stone Ocean was coming out as Netflix was doing like a purge of a bunch of series that they didn't just drop Stone Ocean because I would have went to the head of Netflix and I'm pretty sure that I would have like had a hold up in the building until they bring it back because that would have pissed me way too far off. I hold a revolution against Netflix. 3. Fry stone free. Mhm, mhm. Now you'll see in the theme song there's rainbows because it's it's gay, obviously. I don't know.
Damn, yeah.
Florida is a
It's,
lot weirder in the anime than it does in real life.
which is an accomplishment.
Yeah.
Anyway, they're melting. They're melting. You were trying to cross the
Ding.
border, right? Same as us. I'm not sorry.
Get out the star platinum. There he is.
You need to punch the wall.
Yeah. The dream told her things. But I appreciate your deduction.
So does Jotaro not know? Are they in separate dreams? Was the Jotaro who said he trusted Jolie not actually Jotaro?
There's so many layers to this damn stand. It
I mean, being surrounded by Gak is a nightmare.
surrounded by what?
Do you not remember Gak? That like sort of toy slime stuff they used to advertise on the hub all the time?
Oh. Yeah. I don't think I ever got to have one of those.
I mean, neither did I. The commercials just stick in your brain.
So, I don't know why, but when you said gak, I thought you were just missaying the really popular Japanese singer Gakt. Gakuto. And I was like, that's a weird way to say that. And why would we why would you be bringing him up? I'm sorry.
I mean, that certainly is a weird thing to say, Nana Nana.
It is. Up it's the left.
Alright, you're good. You're good. You're good. You're good. You're good. And stop. Don't worry, Jolene, we'll buff out those scratches later.
When your father punches you at like 50 miles per hour, I can believe it. I can definitely believe that your father would punch you. He has a
Jolene
very
understands the
tough
world well
love.
enough to understand that shitty things happening is usually proof that you're in real life.
Yeah. I mean, okay, I'm sorry, but look at all his little stars on his outfit. You can't tell me how much he loves, like, he doesn't love starfish. To this day, I can't figure out what kind of bone that is. I'm pretty sure that the sacrum.
Oh, there you go.
I do not know what that is.
I mean, he clearly said it's part of a pelvis.
Those are weird. And
Anyway,
bones.
Jodo watched so much Columbo that he learned how to do forensic analysis with his bare eyeballs.
He's very smart.
A security camera.
When has Jotaro not been a criminal? Let's go back on that.
I mean, there was a stretch of time, like, really shortly before the beginning of part 3,
Oh
where
yeah, when he was like a baby? Yeah.
yeah. But then he got Star Platinum and immediately used it to crush several men's testicles, so he had to go to jail.
Look at the little dos. Do.
We
He's
gotta
got the
maintain
floor
plausible
plan.
deniability.
Densuite? That's what a submarine is? Huh.
Jodo has a little connection with the Speedwagon Foundation. Just
Yeah,
you
a
know,
little.
an itty bitty, the eeniest, meaniest, the tiniest little connection. Oh. They are doing so much property damage.
Eh.
That's this series' biggest fan. Ducky. Ducky.
She thought her dad was being nice. I'm sorry.
But, I mean, in hindsight, she probably should have known better.
Your dad has issues. I wish I looked that cool when I was, 14? Is that how old Jolene was in that flashback?
I think those numbers check out. I mean, you didn't die that hard. And it was all okay in the end.
Yahoo! I love that.
Woohoo!
Yahoo!
Hooray! Get down, do 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 do.
Gee. Woo. Cop.
Jesus, it's the fuzz.
That cop with, the shaded eyes looks a little, yep, a little suspicious.
Oh no, he died dead. Gee, I wonder who this mysterious cop with white hair could be.
And, all the facial markings and...
Okay, those weren't there last scene.
Yeah, I know they weren't, but then, they just show up.
Speaking of just showing up, where was he keeping all that hair?
Under the hat, I guess. There's that fucking floaty thing again. Fucking floaty thing. I keep forgetting his stand name.
Manhattan Transfer?
Yeah, that.
The drone that is just weirdly quiet, it bothers me so much.
Oh, there he is.
There's the boy.
Oh no. You're able to stop time for longer than you thought, Jotaro.
No, he just thinks really quick. You know, you've seen Jojo. You know what it's like.
Yeah. Yeah.
Time doesn't pass if you're just standing around talking.
The most iconic part of the manga. Yes! Oh, it looks so good! White snake no Morioko.
So, Whitesnake's voice actor said in an interview that he had to do a different voice to differentiate himself from his user.
Yeah.
So Whitesnake in the dub is just voiced by his voice actor doing an impression of Patrick Starr.
That is deeply upsetting. In the Japanese version, it's the same voice actor. I think I haven't checked,
I think
but
that's how they do most stands.
they have this voice modifier that's made the voice a lot deeper and also give it a little bit of reverb to it so it sounds inhumanish. It's nice. You say that. Well, stand user can only have one.
You know,
uh,
it's a strict, inflexible rule, just like every other stand rule that's never been broken before.
to to his benefit, well, not to his benefit, to his how does that saying go?
I don't know, I'm not sure what you're trying to convey right now.
Yeah, I don't remember how it is in English. Um, Basically, he doesn't know the rule to that. As there's no he would know that somebody could have more than one stand because nobody else has broken that rule yet. Ah!
I mean, except,
I've always
Dio
cared about him.
Brando.
I'm what are you talking about? You mean like
Dio
the
had the world, and he also had that clone of Hermit Purple that he used to stalk them the whole part.
I always kind of thought that was just a part of how the world works. Kind of like how Jotaro can also stop time with Star Platinum. He doesn't own the world, but like Dio's stand is I take Jotaro's stand and Joseph's stand because my stand well because people's stands are born from their fighting spirit, their resolve. And Dio's whole fighting spirit is I want to be better than the Joe Stars, so it would make sense if his stand is literally the Joe Stars stands together. You know what I mean? That makes sense to me.
I, I mean, I guess I see where you're coming from.
But like in him being both of those stands, he became weaker than both of them. So, drop the
Anyway, that
gun.
thing Jolene did was really cool.
Because Jolene is cool.
Hmm. Hey,
End him, Jolene.
look, nothing personnel, kid.
Yeah, you should have always thought of Jolene as the main threat. White steak.
What a turn of events.
Obviously,
I
she's a
mean,
ghost.
they even did the same thing with hitting people at the correct angle.
Your daughter is a human being instead of an idea.
A human being.
Yeah, human being.
Humans can't be beans. That's silly. You're being silly.
Doggies.
Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night. Hello, Archer. It's nice to see you.
And just dragging him on the ground with his gunshot wound, getting sand all in it. I'm
Man,
sorry.
I hate sand.
I do too.
It's rough and coarse, and it gets everywhere.
And then you just
Boop.
drag him into the water so salt water is getting in his
Ooh,
wound.
puppies.
Yeah, you put him in the water.
That's on you, Jolene. You can't blame other people for this. That's it. He's dead now.
If you punch him in the heart hard enough, it'll start again. He did that to, he can start and stop his own heart. He's done that before.
I mean, there's even a hole in his chest this time. You could just put your threads right through there.
Yeah, and manually beat his heart so he stays alive. I mean, wasn't that also how he brought Joseph back to life? He like used his hand to make his heart pump or some shit. Or am I totally
No, that
forgetting what
was that
happened?
was a thing that happened. You should really disinfect your hands before doing stuff like this.
They disinfect it with what? The salt water from the ocean?
Look, it's not my fault you didn't come prepared. Yeah, me too, Jillian. Me too.
Bark, 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 bark.
Puppies.
Yeah, don't create more police violence. Stop it. She's surrendering. Let her be. You are literally not going to find him.
He's vanished from time and space. Tell me why ain't nothing
Emporio.
but a heartache.
I was listening to that song the other day. I really like that song. God, Emporio, you are such a pessimistic child.
Emporio's had a hard life, leave him alone. He's just a baby.
He is just a baby.
The irony is that Star Platinum is one of the precious few stands left that isn't named after a song. And yet Whitesnake went out and pirated it like it's nothing.
The meaning of part 6 is don't pirate music.
You wouldn't download a stand.
Emporio. But do you know what his name means?
What it means or what its origin is?
What the word Emporio means.
Not off the top of my head.
It's store in Italian. It's just
My god, they're
store.
multiplying.
Why is he dressed like such a whore? I'm sorry.
I mean, it's gonna make more sense. It's only gonna make more and more sense as we learn more about the wielder. The
Yeah.
wielder, the user, the proper terminology is user.
The Stendo Tsukai. Stendo Tsukai. Yeah.
I have defeated Jean Gallier with the power of my stand. Gone. And that's the episode.
Yeah, we didn't even have credits on that one.
There's a lot going on. Apparently. I mean, I guess there was more going on than last episode, just by virtue of the fact that what happened here is actually still canon and matters.
Yeah, I mean, it felt like it was longer. Just a little bit. Nah, but you know, time is just a concept. So
Especially in
I
this
could be really
series.
wrong.
Um,
Throughout the fight with Jungalier, I was
if
sitting there trying to think. Oh, sorry, what were you saying?
I was just gonna like if we can even still call it the fight with John Golly A.
I mean, yes, that's what it is. It's supposed to be. Um, I was trying to figure out what he was referenced after. And so I looked at the wiki and I didn't even know about this. But John Gallier is named after John Charles Galliano, which is a British fashion designer. Which reminds me that a lot of characters in part 6 are named after fashion
Yeah,
designers.
that's the big thing in this part. In part 5, it was various Italian foods. In part 6, it's fashion designers.
Yeah.
Araki's two favorite things in the world.
And it goes for the other ones too, like part 4. It's always fashion, food, and music, which I love all three of those as well. Fashion, food, and music.
Okay, so I'm gonna talk about this vaguely.
Hmm.
Just on the off chance there's anyone in the audience who hasn't been spoiled already. But does all the stuff we just saw with Whitesnake ever, like, make sense? Because that's not what Whitesnake does the rest of the series. That thing with the hallucinogenic slime acid or whatever.
White Snake is a weird stand. Like,
Whitesnake's a funky little dude.
a weird one because how can I say this in a non-spoilery way? The person who wanted to give the stand user White Snake specifically wanted to give him a stand that was ultra super duper powerful because they went over tons and tons of different stands that he had met in his lifetime and all of their abilities and how even weak stands can become strong if used right and different tactics, and they did that for like a years, I don't remember the timeline. But White Snake can be pretty powerful if used correctly. I mean, it can do a lot of stuff. I mean, at one point, I'm pretty sure everybody's seen the meme. He just picks up a gun.
Like a time aside from this time at the end of this episode, this does happen more than once.
Yeah.
If I had a nickel for every time Whitesnake, the most powerful stand in the continuity, just picked up a gun and shot a dude, I'd have 2 nickels.
Yeah,
Which
it's
is
weird.
not a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice.
There's no reason for it to happen twice, but oh, it did. It did. But,
So,
it's
yeah.
very weird.
I'm just saying, like, the ability to just splash hallucinogenics that work on contact all over your enemies would probably have been useful, like, more than once over the course of this entire part. I mean, I don't
Yeah.
want to tell him to do his job, I'm just saying. So,
Yeah, I'm currently looking at White Snake's page. Is I gotta see if he's voiced by the same person.
I mean, I know he is in English. I might get back to, like, that when we actually meet the man behind the mask, as it were.
To the man behind the mask, yeah. Give me the filmography page of this person. It's gonna be all the way down because technically everybody counts Stone Ocean as an OVA because
Because
an ONA, original net animation, which
original net
yeah,
animation.
which
Not a
yeah, I
single word of
guess.
Japanese in that phrase.
Yeah, okay. It is voiced by the stand user as well. I really want to know exactly what they do. Also, I this bothers me and I'm going to say this, but White Snake, if you look at his his stats, the majority of his stats are question marks and I don't know why, but that irks me so bad.
The stand stats are all made up anyway.
I
I mean, according to the
know.
stand stats, Star Platinum is, like, massively weak now. Just inexplicably had a massive drop off after the end of part
It's be-
3.
it's because he got old. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
It's because he got old and
just
depressed.
just don't get old, dumbass. What's so difficult about
Well,
that?
it makes sense that it's gotten weaker because and I think I said this earlier, the stand is a manifestation of your fighting spirit. And if Jotaro got more depressed as time went on, his fighting spirit's probably not as strong as he was when he was a rebellious, um, high strung, teenager.
I mean, I
And now
don't
he's
really
just a
get the
depressed old
impression
man.
Jotaro's in a worse place mentally than he was during the events of part 3. I mean,
No, I can believe it. He has
he's
developed so much PTSD.
yeah, but, like, he's still active. He still works for the Speedwagon Foundation. He still goes out and busts heads of D remnants.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure he cries himself to sleep every night.
I mean, he doesn't.
I hmm. Is that just a thing that humans do? Um,
Sometimes.
that's so upsetting. Um,
Anyway, you know what's not upsetting?
more net
Hermes'
emotion?
name is in the next episode.
Yes. They also I'm gonna be honest, and this is something that's bothering me. If you look at on Netflix, how they wrote the title, they did S' for
Uh,
Hermes.
Nana, I don't know how to tell you this, but that is the grammatically correct way you do that.
What? I always told that if their name ends with an S, you just do an apostrophe because then it's too many S's.
No, S apostrophe. If the word ends with an S natively, it's S apostrophe S. If the word is in plural form, and that's the reason it ends with an S, then you do apostrophe to avoid confusion
Uh,
without an S on the end.
I hate grammar. I hate English, and I hate it, and it's all dumb.
English is not a language. English is just a little burglar going around knocking out other languages in the dark alleys and rooting around in their pockets for loose change.
Awful, and I hate it. Um, but one thing that I wanted to bring up
Shoot.
before we move on, um, because I was looking at White Snake, and I never realized what the letters for on his design were.
Oh,
The
oh, you
gacked
didn't?
thing? No.
No,
It
no, they're not references to Gact. That's not it.
no, I know. I have it right here. The chemicals that make up DNA. I
Yep.
never knew that.
Although it's worth noting that only 3 of the letters are actually present. There are 4 chemicals that make up DNA, but Whitesnake only has like the 3 letters. The what is it? The C, the T, and the G. But instead of A's, he
Yeah.
has little triangles.
Yeah.
Triangles mean a lot of things in a lot of different. Excuse me.
You're
Mean a lot
good.
of things in a lot of different contexts, but they are the mathematical notation for like change or development. I wonder
Eh,
if that's going to come up later.
oh my god, that makes so much sense now.
Hint,
Oh my
hint.
god, I didn't know that.
Well, now you know.
That's so
And knowing is half the
cool.
battle.
I love that. That's so cool. Okay. Okay, that makes me excited.
Alright,
Okay.
wanna head on in?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Alright, I'm hitting start in 3, 2, 1.
Ba boom.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure was filmed before a live studio audience.
The entirety of Florida is the studio audience. Hey, Musho.
You know, Green Dolphin actually was a saint. The fact that they're also named Green Dolphin Street is purely coincidental.
There was a saint?
That was a joke, thank you for playing. You
Huh.
see, it's funny because Saint and Street have the same abbreviation.
Oh, yeah. See, I took that information and I dumped it into the trash after the semester ended.
Jolene doesn't
Bitch,
have eyes anymore, that bothers me.
no more eyes. Don't touch Hermes.
Boop,
No.
boop. Right.
Stop touching her. You took our money.
So, did she have like an incision in her thighs as well as her armpits? How much money's this girl got on her?
A lot.
How much is a lot? Like 10? She got 10 monies on her.
I'm pretty sure Hermes has been in prison for a long enough time to make sure that she has more than 10 monies. She knows
Let's
how
say
prison
like
works.
11 monies? Like give me a range. Give me a ballpark estimate here.
Okay, okay. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say at least 50 monies.
50 money. My god, that is a lot of monies.
Yeah, but you keep seeing people keep taking them. Like $10 bills at a time.
Well,
Although,
maybe
I
she
don't
should
know if
start
those are 10
carrying
or
lower
20.
denominations.
I
You're
guess.
in jail. What are you gonna go around spending hundreds on?
Cigarettes? I don't know. I've never been in prison.
I still love that little, like, macho man pose Stone Free does. That part.
Yes.
Will someone please tell the cheat to stop doing light switch rapes during that part? Hurts my eyes.
You just gotta rave inside the prison. Thank you, Warner Brothers Japan.
She's so angry. Why are you so angry all the time? And the only prescription is more cowbell. Very solidly lodged in there.
Goose. Goose.
That wound might have got infected. You should probably get that looked at.
Sticker. Sticker. All the stickers. Petty petty? What noise is that? What is a petty petty? Thank you for letting me know what Bugs Bunny's birthday was.
She said Mickey in the original Mickey Mouse in the original manga, but Disney is famous for being very litigious.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure we can't even have the Disney joke later on. I think they changed it to a bootleg of Universal, which that's okay too if they allow
Although
that.
I will always be incredibly sad that it means we don't get the "Where the fuck is Mickey?" rants.
Mm-hmm.
That's hilarious. You know, it's not a very good sticker if it breaks that easily. These poor prisoners, they're already completely jaded to all this stand nonsense.
I'm wondering is why they would use a glass, something made out of glass to hold the piss. Like usually it's made out of plastic. Nothing in the hospital's made out of glass because it's a hazard.
I mean, theoretically speaking, you could just pick up a shard of broken glass and shank someone with it.
Exactly. So it should be made out of plastic.
Funk. That man's dead now.
He was an asshole. I mean, look at him. He had to wear underwear on the outside of his body.
No, the rat is a totally different stand user.
So
Hmm.
gooey.
Gross. Now go clean it up.
Yeah, go clean up the random white snake goo.
It's a disc game, is it? It plays music.
This.
And also the fact that it's clearly labeled.
It's all gooey like a floppy disk.
Ironically, floppy disks are among the least floppy types of disk.
Yeah, no, when I figured that out, that made me mad.
Deeply upsetting.
That's a lot of mons.
McQueen.
I don't like how they spelled it like Lightning McQueen.
His name, you know, this manga, the original manga chapter, did come out a few months before the movie Cars. So the fact that this guy is named Thunder McQueen is in fact a coincidence.
Maybe the Cars movie took inspiration from Jojo.
Because this guy is okay, no, buddy, I
Now
didn't
he
mean
cry
it.
like a
Please,
baby.
please don't cry. You could totally be the protagonist of a Disney movie if you wanted.
He crying a lot. God, he flips his emotions so fast.
He's emotionally stable.
Also, I want you to look at the little M that he has for his hair. Does it look like the
I can't
McDonald's? Does it look
stop
like the,
looking at it, Nana.
the McDonald's M?
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, you do seem like an incel. I feel like you'd be on some Reddit threads or some shit. 4chan. Yeah, how we gonna spend the rest of my life with a wonderful lady like you someday? She literally just like threatened you.
Hey, how have you been in the VTuber space this long and not realized that some people are into that?
I tend to try to forget about it. Blue armies! Blue armies!
She's blue, dabba dee dab. Also, that guy. What the hell was in that bell to make him vomit blood that quickly?
I do not know.
McQueen.
Yeah, I know, he's the worst kind of person. An online incel. This is precisely why you were the worst. Thank you.
In the dub, he phrased it, "You are what is referred to in certain circles as a total douche."
I
And that just makes me so happy.
mean, he is.
I mean, yeah.
But he's literally like
McQueen.
the worst kind of person. No, blue armies, don't die. You're so sexy, uh-huh.
No, Blue Armies, you're player 2. If you die, how will we be able to do a mirror match?
Exactly. Blue kiss time. That reminds me, whenever I would play like in Super Smash Brothers, I would always play Kirby, but I would like to be like a blue Kirby or a green Kirby. I don't know why.
Blue Kirby, or as he's known in some circles, Burby.
Burby. He's too stupid to know he has a stand. No, you don't. You know that you're not gonna repay her. Oh, she's cute. And now she's gonna drown.
The comedic timing on that scene was amazing.
It is.
Oh, thank you so much. And I promise, I won't ever do anything like that again.
Please,
That's
Steve.
freaky.
I mean, but that's a smart way so she could breathe again.
Yeah, it probably feels really whack.
Oh, well, yeah. Toilet disc. Dying is not a way to repay somebody. Me. Ew. Yeah, I'd run away too. That was a weird comment. I want to be killed by a pretty woman like you. Blech. I'm sorry, I'm just shaming this man.
Uh, Cosmic Nana exposed for being cruel to the mentally ill. Shameful.
I
Truly
mean,
shameful.
I'm pretty sure we're on equal playing field. I am also mentally ill. I'm pretty sure that's no longer like me doing something terrible. We're on pretty equal playing field. Aw, there's my son. Look at him go.
He
He have a
likes
little
baseball.
baseball. You know, baseball boy.
Phenomena. Do 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 do. Phenomena. Do 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 do. Phenomena. Do 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 do. Do 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 do.
Okay. Thank you for asking.
Oh god, are we playing Kingdom Hearts? No. I don't think I have time for a full playthrough of that.
Kingdom. What?
I don't know how they phrased it in the subs, but in the dub, Emporia was explaining the villain who goes around stealing people's hearts.
Oh my god. I mean, this can't possibly be Kingdom Hearts. We already went over that they won't let us have Disney in here.
Ah, shit, you're
Goofy's
right.
not going to show up.
The great and benevolent warrior king Michael Mouse.
Do you remember in Kingdom Hearts when Goofy just dies?
Yeah, yes.
It's it's so overly dramatic. And when I first figured that out, I didn't expect it.
Well, gosh, Maxie. Looks like your old man has to go save the multiverse from the power of darkness, I shook.
I hate that that was really good. Don't do that again.
I'm really good at voices, but only when I don't put any conscious thought into my process and just go for it.
Yuck, gosh.
Well, gosh, Maxie.
Stop. Stop. I hate it. Your southern accent bothers me so much. Now you're gonna do it just to annoy me, and I know it. I'm looking over at you, with your little smug bastard smirk. Oh, and then you took it off as soon as I said it. Uh-huh.
You know you're on stream delay, right?
Yeah, I know, but you
Yeah.
were smirking.
Why does he have the jar? Why does he have the jar? Oh, thank
Water.
God it was just water. Oh, thank God.
Do not bring up the damn jar in this house. The fucking jar.
Allow me to share my entire tragic backstory.
Such a weird set of circumstances.
What a turn of events.
I mean, oh. Great. Great save, Hermes.
It's the
Thanks.
perfect. You know, I don't think this is part of the National Suicide Hotline Guidebook.
No, but
If only because it would be rather difficult to actually do over the phone.
it's a stare in the one droplet of water.
It just looks so confused. Which, I mean,
Everyone hates Mondays. Everyone hates Mondays.
down with Mondays, up with lasagna. I don't know. I don't.
I was arrested on a Saturday. God
I was
damn.
arrested on a Saturday. He's got a point.
It's no one likes you. I'm sorry. He went tiny-eyed. Konoyaro!
You
Make him cry.
shit stain! And when you called me a shit stain, that was really great. I appreciated that very much.
Fun color palette. Ooh. It's got like blood splatters and
Alright,
everything.
come on, Hermes, tell us how you really feel. He hit the button. He didn't listen to you, Hermes. Bonk.
Damn. It just flew out. There it is!
This is Kiss. Kiss, the stars of many, many weird tie-in properties over the years. So, what did we all think?
I think that this one was the best episode of the night.
Probably right, though, to be fair, we kinda wound up with a pretty exposition-heavy batch today.
Uh, yeah, they always have to happen at some point.
I suppose.
It's gonna get less exponentially like later on when everything starts going down. Then it's gonna be hectic as fuck.
Those stands do have to order at some point, otherwise we might lose our national identity.
Exactly. We gotta beat some motherfuckers up.
Motherfuckers like Queen.
Exactly.
It's very fun to say. You should try it sometime.
McQueen.
McQueen.
I'm now really sure that they named the car after. Do not play the next episode. Stop it.
You
I'm
stop that. Get some help.
I was searching up Thunder McQueen just because I wanted to know more about him on the wiki. And as I was searching it up, I got Thunder McQueen versus Lightning McQueen, and I found an article. I found a car versus a suicidal janitor.
The battle
Thanks.
of the century.
Okay. Apparently this is somebody's forum thing, and they're like, this fight would take place. What in Bowser's Castle for Mario Kart Wii?
Yeah, obviously. Obviously, right?
Both are bloodlusted. Also, let's assume that Highway to Hell will work on Lightning McQueen.
That doesn't seem like a safe assumption, but alright if it's what we gotta do.
And then the rest of it is just people trying to see who would win. Somebody said Lightning McQueen runs over Thunder McQueen. Thunder McQueen dies. Lightning McQueen also dies. Inconclusive.
I mean, that's basically the crux of things, isn't it? Like, how do you rule on, like, a death battle where one of the fighter's only tactic is to die? To sleep, perchance to dream, aye, there's the rub. Whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or by opposing, end them. I'm pretty sure I dropped a few words around there.
I mean, it's a miracle that you knew majority of it.
That
I
was
can't memorize stuff like that.
not a majority of the soliloquy, I assure you.
It's more than I would have been able to say.
I've mentioned this on stream before. My favorite non-animated movie of all time is Kenneth Branagh's 1996 full-text adaptation of The Tragedy of Hamlet, Prince of Denmark. So I've
Yeah,
maybe
you've
got a
said
bit of an
that.
unfair advantage here.
I haven't seen it.
It's like 4 hours. It's got an intermission, despite having been released in the mid-90s. That's about
Hmm,
how big it is.
interesting. 4 hours is not that bad. Um, although I'm used to like watching lots and lots of stuff. I mean, it's definitely long, but not as long as it could be. I am trying so hard.
What you looking for?
Just more things about Lightning McQueen and Thunder McQueen. So many people talk about this. The title of the movie is also JoJo reference because it refers to the main antagonist of part two. Cars! No!
Okay, but what model of car is Cars, actually?
I don't
I mean,
know.
he's very solidly built.
Hmm.
I don't really know anything about cars. I'm under-equipped, despite being the one who brought this up in the first place.
Yeah, I don't know anything about cars either, but he's just probably one of the good cars. Whatever that means.
I mean, that's probably a deeply, intensely philosophical question. What is one of the good cars? Is it measured purely in price? Is it
Maybe
measured
say
in...
safety ratings?
Is it measured in safety ratings? Gas mileage is also a consideration, but most cars that get good gas mileage are actually fairly cheap. Truly a conundrum.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of factors you'd have to think about in order to get a straight answer for that. Also, to anybody that's saying that Thunder McQueen is a reference to Lightning McQueen does not know that Cars came out 6 years after the chapter.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, that was,
that's what
I
you
mean,
said.
obviously it was the Disney Corporation that was stealing from from Iraqi.
I mean, we already know that Disney likes to steal from very popular Japanese franchises, lest I bring up the Lion King, the Kimba the White Lion debate.
Honestly, I don't think the Lion King Kimba debate is really all that fair. I mean, like the plots don't really have anything in common except both being about lions.
Yeah.
Now,
I
Atlantis is absolutely just a plagiarism of Nadia the Secret of Blue Water. That
really
was definitely a thing. Like, it is
I
uncanny.
I have not watched the Atlantis movie
As have most
since.
people.
Well, I've seen it, but I was like 5, 5 or 6. So I don't remember anything about the movie, to be honest. Like,
Like,
except I don't know.
you've got like a red-headed dweeb in a blue shirt and a bow tie. He meets the like long-lost Atlantean princess. There's crystals.
I know that there was this really cool character, and she wore a hat, and she had bubble gum, and I liked her. I don't remember her name. That's all I remember about the movie.
So, Hermes, huh?
Yes, Hermes.
Hermes Costello. What an
I
unfortunate last name.
what? Because it's named after Elvis.
It, I know it's not the exact
The
name, but every
the
time I hear
Costello.
Costello, like, as a name, I just remember, like, Seinfeld. I don't know why that's the association I make.
It's named after. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Elvis Costello. Yeah.
I mean, there aren't that many other Costellos out there, I don't think.
I don't like his learning that his actual name is Declan Patrick McManus. Thank you. I was gonna ignore that.
That's very unfortunate.
And now I've learned that pub rock is a subgenre of the rock music genre. Thanks. I didn't know that.
But, but, is it real? Like, are there laws? Can you not play other types of rock in pubs? Is that what that means? That seems
According
like it'd be
to
really inconvenient.
according to the pub rock Wikipedia page, this is specifically from the United Kingdom. Pub rock is a rock music genre that was developed in the early to mid 1970s in the United Kingdom. A back to basics movement which incorporated roots rock. And pub rock was a reaction against the expensively recorded and produced progressive rock and flashy glam rock scenes of the time.
Fascinating, Captain.
Yes.
Anyway,
I
Airbase is really great.
yes.
We
Yes.
haven't
I
really seen a lot of her yet. We're only on episode in, but in that episode, we have seen. I mean, she got a pretty good head on her shoulders, as do most of Joe Bros. Though I
Yes.
suppose it is reassuring to know that our second in command of this group is not going to be a Polnareff or an Okuyasu.
Hey,
I
hey.
mean, I not
Those are
don't get
two
me
of
wrong.
my favorite characters.
Like they're fun, but you know that niche has been filled. That's all I'm saying.
That's true.
MS
It's
can't be
more of a
Polnareff.
like
Polnareff is Polnareff,
it's
and
more
now
of a
he's a
like a
turtle.
yeah, he is in the turtle man.
Turtle Man is my favorite Marvel Cinematic Universe movie.
I want to say that that sounds like bullshit, but the fact that I know that there's so many superheroes, I wouldn't put it past you to like know this really obscure one. Like Kite Man. Kite Man's fun.
Kite Man, hell yeah.
Or there was like I watched a whole thing about stupid superheroes, but I like Kite Man. He's very stupid. I don't know if he can be considered a hero. I don't know what he is. He just has a
He
kite.
is he's a bad guy. Kite Man is a bad guy, but he's one who's so completely underwhelming that the authors expect you to root for him anyway. Just because rooting against him would feel a bit like rooting against a small puppy or something.
Yeah. Yeah. Even though the small puppy has little evil eyebrows taped to its forehead, does not mean you get to beat up the puppy.
The puppy is aggressive.
What is it gonna do? Nibble on your fingers? That's just cute. Little
It'll probably
puppies.
just, just start like lightly jawing at your fingertips and going,
Exactly.
and then you'll go,
Exactly.
oh, how precious.
They're just little babies. Little babies got a teeth. Teeth. It's good for them.
So Kiss is one of my favorite stands in all of JoJo, all 8 parts that we've gotten thus far.
Really?
Yeah, it's such a simple idea, but just instantly upon seeing it, you can start thinking, oh man, there are so many interesting things to do with this.
Yeah.
It's like an entire indie game just compressed into a single stand.
That's completely true. I agree.
I want to play Kiss the video game. Not the Kiss video game that already exists, starring the
I was
band.
about to say, I was like, aren't there a couple? Are there a couple of those? Like, I think they had their
Yeah.
own rock band their own rock band video game. Maybe. Oh, so they definitely had the pinball game for the original PlayStation.
I mean, freaking everyone has there's a pinball table at some point. Mario's got like 3, and he's already a video game character.
Why were there so many video games for pinball of different things? Why was pinball the thing? Like I mean pinball's okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. There isn't a video game of Kiss. There's a video game of the comic book of Kiss. I'm sorry, I was misled.
The comic book?
You know, you don't know about the Kiss comic book, the cornerstone of the entire Kiss expanded universe?
No. Like, oh, okay, it is a thing. I remember they were in Scooby Doo.
Yes. They did solve a mystery alongside
The
the greatest
2015
the
movie.
greatest detective of our age, Scoobert Doobert.
The 2015 movie Scooby Doo and Kiss. Rock and Roll Mystery. Now on HBO Max, apparently. Who thought that kids would want a Kiss movie in 2015? Like, I mean, I guess.
The game received mixed or average reviews on both platforms.
Oh, shame. What
Let's
a
see.
shame. Is that the Psycho Circus, the Nightmare Child? Is that what you're looking at?
Yes,
Okay.
the Kiss band that doesn't actually feature Kiss, actually. The game's
What?
story revolves around a Kiss tribute band who suddenly receives superhuman
Oh,
powers.
boo. Boo. Why couldn't it just been them?
Because they probably charge a lot of money for voice acting fees.
Was Kiss not the one that had their own Rock Band game? They've had songs in Rock Band. I remember that.
I mean, yeah, that
Oh.
checks out.
Then who is the one that had their own Rock Band game? Well, now I gotta figure this
The
out.
Beatles did, but I don't think that's what you're talking about.
Nope, nope. There's the Beatles one, there's the Lego one, there's the Green Day one. I think there's more than that.
So anyway, while Nana looks this up, I think, like, really early on, like, just with this one episode, before we really start digging deep into our characters, I think the thing that sort of jumps out at me most about Hermes is that she feels a lot like Jolene from what we've seen thus far. Like, you can see the differences right out of the starting gate. You know, Hermes is very angry, very extroverted, very hot-blooded right at the starting gate.
Mm.
But, like, they're both women, obviously. They're both in jail. They're both sort of hot-headed and distrustful of authority figures. It's a different dynamic than what we're used to getting from, like I've given examples earlier, Jotaro and Polnareff, Giorno and Bruno, Joseph and Caesar. It feels like they're gonna get along a lot quicker once they meet.
Mm.
You know? Which could be fun. I mean, the best fights in JoJo are usually the ones where our heroes all team up to defeat a greater threat.
Yeah. I think what's gonna be really fun, and even though it's not like a super big thing, it's gonna be the one with the baseball.
Oh,
I
that's a
love that one.
baseball.
Oh, that's a baseball. Yeah, I love the baseball one. It's it's so fun. Like, I love it. Um,
That's
as
not much further. I think we're gonna get to that next stretch of 3.
I don't know. We
Yeah.
have to meet Foo Fighters
I
first.
mean, I
Oh
mean,
no, we
Foo Fighters is
will.
literally next episode, so
Yeah, there's 6 of us. F up, and then yes, okay, we will see it. Debt collector Marilyn Manson or Marilyn Manson.
Debt
Yes.
collector Marilyn Manson is a terrifying sentence out of context.
Yeah, no, if Marilyn Manson was the one to come and collect my debts, I'm pretty sure that I would try to pay everything on time. Like, that sounds awful.
Very icky, no good.
Very icky, no bad. Um, but as I was looking, I didn't find what I was looking on the Rock Band wiki. Um, I may have been thinking of the Guitar Hero game, which I'll have to look up later. But it was funny. You were saying, "Oh yeah, I like Hermes because it's a lot different from like a Polnareff or a Okuyasu
The other
as a
Joe
Jotaro."
Bros.
But I have a quote here from Araki that he says that Hermes' position in the story is kind of like a female version of Polnareff.
Well, position in the story and personality are not
Yeah,
necessarily the same thing.
I'm not gonna say why because it's a spoiler, but I'm pretty sure you know why. They're similar,
I mean, yeah.
but I just thought that was funny.
Hilarious. Alright, we seem to be winding down here.
Oh, I'm just getting mad because I don't remember. I'm looking up Guitar Hero shit because now I'm mad.
Man, what, did a Guitar Hero game kill your sister or something? That's, seems to
Boo!
be taking it a bit personal. Anyway, good night, everybody.
Okay. Good night. We'll see you guys next
I'll see you
week.
guys next week. I am not streaming tomorrow because it is Christmas. I will
Prima.
probably not be streaming day after that because after Christmas is emotionally draining on all of us.
Oh yeah,
I don't
for sure.
actually know if I'm even gonna have a schedule next week. Everything's all up in the air.
Well, yeah, isn't it like let me look at the calendar. Yeah, I mean, this time next week is going to be the 31st and then Sunday's going to be the 1st of January, so then you also
That's
have
how
New Year's
calendars
stuff.
work.
You have a bunch of New
Yeah,
Year's stuff to focus on too.
yeah. I
That
don't
sucks.
know if I'll be able to stream that day. But with all the
Yeah.
explosions.
Yeah, I don't know how a lot of streamers are going to deal with that, to be honest.
Well, a lot of streaming. No, I was referring to the bombing spree. We got a fax at headquarters the other day.
I,
Yeah, one of those threatening messages. So I expect I'll be busy around then.
well, remind me to stay in my spaceship away from that.
All right.
Because I'm pretty sure if I get caught up in an explosion, I'm gonna end up on all of the walls, and somebody's gonna have to scrape me off.
Yeah, and I already told the janitors I'm not helping with it again.
Oh no! But if you leave it to the janitors, they're not gonna do a good job. Last time you left it to them, I was put in a plastic baggie, and it took you 48 hours to find me.
Yeah, that was no fun for anybody. So,
uh,
when next we meet, whenever that may be, we will be doing episode 7 through 9. Probably not until next year, but
oh yeah, yeah, no, we're not gonna do it until next year.
you're not gonna get rid of us that easily.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nana, you're our guest. Is there anyone you'd like to raid who's streaming right now?
Um, hmm. Well, none of my friends are on at the moment. Some people I'm following
Okay.
are, but um, I think one
Um,
of one of the people that you introduced me to is on right now.
um, do you mean? Oh, Yuri's on. Uri.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Goody
Hmm,
goody.
that's
They're
always an
on.
option. Or we could raid Nova, who is currently playing Jojo's All-Star Battle. That might
We
be nice for
could.
synergistic purposes.
That would be
Because you
fun.
gotta get your brand synergy going.
Ooh,
Or,
exactly.
or something.
Or something.
Or something.
Exactly.
I don't know what I'm doing here. You've seen my streams. You know that.
Yeah, that's what makes them fun. Sometimes you just kind of gotta go with the flow. It's
Alright.
it's entertaining.
We have fun here, don't we, folks?
Well, I have fun. I don't know about everybody else, but I certainly do.
Anyway, I just checked the two streams. Nova's just starting out. It might be nice to give them a little shot in the arm to start things out. I think we'll be rating them.
Alrighty.
Okay, we are going to be rating Nova Swarm underscore VT3, currently playing Jojo's Bizarre Adventure All-Star Battle R.
Yes.
I probably won't be seeing you all for a bit on stream at least, so I'd like to wish everyone happy holidays.
And I probably won't be seen on anybody's stream until next year because I'm pretty much saying that starting next year I'm going to be streaming consistently, starting to. Otherwise, if no, somebody's going to hold me against this because otherwise I may forget. Bully me if you have to. Tell me, Nana, stream. I'm okay with that. Tell me to do it. I'll do it. You gotta hold me to these things. But yeah.
Alright, so we've all got that looking forward to.
Me. It me.
It them. So, Merry Christmas if you celebrate, Happy Hanukkah, Merry Kwanzaa, Happy Newtonmas.
Happy Yule to everybody who celebrates that as well.
Happy Yule, Happy Festivus, Happy
weekend. Happy non-religious holiday, the capitalist holiday, the any form of celebration that you don't have to go to work for.
In the end, isn't that what the season's all about?
Yep, not going to work, sometimes getting presents from other people and getting to eat nice things, getting to sleep in, spend some time with your family, friends, and pets. It's all nice.
It is.
Is your work gonna give you some time off, Mitsu?
No.
No! Oh, Godspeed, young sir. Godspeed.
So, this is where we'll be signing off. Happy holidays. And until next time,
Alright,
God
happy
bless
holidays.
us, everyone. Good night.
Good night.